Hey everybody, welcome back to the shop here. Today we've got step one of Katsumi's front fork suspension rebuild. We got Rojo in the house today.
Booyah.
Booyah. And just a quick reminder, I'm wearing the Ben Brawley hoodie, the shop shirt, the shop jersey. GoFundMe.com, support Ben Brawley. I'm assuming that we don't need to go over how to take these off. Just one quick thing. We're going to do one fork leg at a time. Before you take the fork leg out though, it's really nice if you just loosen up these two clamp bolts right here and then loosen this up while this top, basically it's a cap, loosen that up before you take the fork leg out. So it's really hard to grip onto this and loosen that up. So we'll do that, we'll get the fork leg out and then we'll start showing you how to break it apart and then we'll get to the valving, okay? Oh, bad wrist. Shock on that 490. My wrist hurt so bad I couldn't even hardly move for like a day. Got Katsumi the headlight. There you go, buddy-o. Okay, so basically what we're going to do now is just take off all the guard, the fork guard guide, and then we'll start disassembling by taking this cap off, draining the oil, and on we go. Oh, it's tight. Oh. With your best shot. Yeah, with your best shot. Oh. There goes the goopies of all goopies. Does it have oil? Oh, it doesn't even look really that bad.
Looks pretty good, actually.
Yeah. Surprising. Maybe they had done the seals on this before without. Not too recent, maybe. Beautiful, eh?
Yeah, not too bad.
Looks a little bit like my diarrhea after a chicken sandwich.
Yeah, it looks like Rojo fart after some lactose.
Want some ice cream, homie?
Oh, yes.
Ice cream?
And a glass of warm milk, too.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about liquid sunshine.
All right.
Careful, careful.
Careful, careful. Okay, now the next part is usually it's either 11/16 or a 17 will work. You gotta hold this little nut right here, and then you gotta take and hold that while you back this off, and this could be difficult. Oh, surprisingly, not bad. You hold that while you take this cap off. It's got a little spring retainer in there. So that's going to go right here. You got this little spring retainer.
Make sure you line them up next to each other.
Yep.
So you don't lose your pieces in the order they go in.
And I'm going to take this off maybe. Yeah. This is just this little plastic thing is a spring guide. And that keeps the springs centered. This is just a little spacer. I am going to remove those just so I can clean them really good. But actually this fork is really cleaner than I expected. And oh, there's still some goober in there. Let's let it drain for a while, shall we?
Yeah, buddy.
And if I stroke it just right, oh yeah, I might have some more come out. On the underneath side of here is a little rubber plug. This plug is used to cover up the compression dampening screw. Okay, and that's what the compression screw looks like. And then you're going to need, this is a H14 Allen that's going to fit down in there, and I'm going to check to see if I have the right cartridge tool, because I think I might. Let's try that one.
Even got a black one.
And a black one. Usually the black one works. Oh, the black one works. What we do is we try to hold this from spinning, because that's holding the cartridge inside. If you don't have one of these, just use an impact wrench on this. We'll see if I can do it old school way here, since I don't have my air compressor set up.
Get it?
Feels like it. You might just have to take the whole cartridge out first and loosen that up from the bottom. Yeah, that's it. So if you have one of these removal tools, that's really super nice. If you don't, use an impact wrench on the bottom of that. That is the inner cartridge. Sometimes to get that out of the bottom, you have to use a little extra glove with a piece of wood. Wood dowel works great.
Or a wooden broomstick.
Just like that. Out she comes. This, my friends, is the original base valve stack. Compression adjuster, base valve stack, that's all going to get changed, you will see shortly. We're going to set that right there. I got a little Rojo glue on there. Is that better? Okay, so that's the hardest part. Now the easy part is to take the rest of the fork leg apart. First thing here is a dust cover. Simply pry it up, and inside it will reveal a spring. Like that. You just use a little screwdriver to get in there and grab it. Looks really clean in there. Then you simply just, that's it. And I'm going to be kind of bummed if these are brand new, because I bought new ones, thinking it had to be old. Wow, these things are new. Here's how I'll show you. If you can look in, you can see that silver stripe. That stripe, if it's greater than 1/3 the width of the bearing needs to replace. These technically can be used again. I'll probably reuse them. So there we go. Forks apart. Slider bushing. Washer. And these seals, even though they're good, I've got it apart. Oh, they're pretty soft still too. I'm going to replace them all while I'm in there. Okay, so that's it. Torn apart. Now what we're going to do is we're going to clean everything. For those of you who do not know, I'm not going to take this apart, but we talked about mid-valves. The mid-valve is inside of here. Can't really see it. Can you see the nut in the bottom of there?
Hold her really still. Yeah, we can see a nut.
That nut is holding on a shim stack for the mid valve. That can be changed as well, but I'm going to leave it alone and stock for now. Because what we're going to change is the springs and this stack. So people will say, well, how do I change it?
We show them how to change.
We show them how to change it.
Oh yeah, change, make very nice.
Very nice.